Hi, Andreas. Thank you for joining us today. Really appreciate it. Now, at the moment, a lot of eyes are on Germany or Germany's energy sector. What are DENA's key priorities at the moment?
Crazy times at the moment, energy crisis all over, and it's a very difficult situation for Germany indeed. So we really have to push the button. On one hand, we have to make some detours regarding coal and all this fossil stuff because we have that gas problem. But on the other hand, we really have to speed up accelerating renewable energy efficiency and all the other innovation issues. I mean, this is the time to be at energy transition.
Changes you kind of talk about in needing to kind of move forward in terms of Germany's energy transition. Is that kind of in the shorter term? Do you see different priorities coming through in the longer term?
Well, the thing is that if we really want to be successful with energy transition and fighting climate change, we need to have a longer perspective because it's about infrastructure, it's about building all that stuff, renewables and everything. It's about changing habits as well. So we really have to kind of organize us in a specific way, have a long perspective, but on the other hand, we need to be open for changes. Because my experience is every 5 years, we get new things, impulses, which maybe help us. And in this crisis right now, with all the high energy prices, we also see a huge dynamic. Many people are really thinking, well, what can I do to be independent, to have it cheaper in the future? And well, today it's difficult, but I think it will help.
In terms of the energy crisis, do you actually see there could be a positive effect in terms of innovation development, bringing those innovations through to fruition?
Well, as you said, it is a crisis indeed, and we have to take care of people at the moment, those people who can't afford energy prices and all these things. That's a very big issue for the governments, I think, not only in Germany. But yes, you're right. I mean, there are chances. High prices change the mind of the people and of the companies. Everybody is now looking for innovation, for energy efficiency, for renewable solutions. So nobody is looking for cheap fossil solutions, but cheap renewable solutions. And I think that will really help startups, innovation, and that also will help us fighting climate change.
Do you feel we've ever had a time where, if you like, the public is so engaged in energy issues because, as you say, they're looking at what can I do to help mitigate the impact on my life? Do you really see that sort of engagement continuing?
I see more and more people getting involved. And that is not only because of this crisis, it's also because we all see climate change happening since years. And so there are more and more people, and if you're in a room and 3 people say this, 3 other people say that, the other 4 will be listening. And at the moment, those who tell us, oh, there really is an issue, we have to do something, are stronger than the other 3. So at the end, there will be 7 versus 3. So yes, something is happening at least in Germany and European countries. But we need to think of other areas in the world as well.
Yeah, and help support them. You obviously mentioned startups and spin-offs. So again, do you see that they have a vital role in helping us manage this energy crisis? Obviously we're here at the Set Tech Festival. We're surrounded by really innovative solutions and innovative thinkers.
Yes, Heather, thank you for that question, because I'm convinced that we do have to invest a lot in research, in innovation, which is something different, and also in scaling up these innovations. And that's why I'm so happy to have so many startups around here at this Set Tech Festival. Well, I mean, if you look back 5 years, we had a different perspective on all the potential we have regarding energy transition. So we see there's new things are coming up. I mean, all the hydrogen issue is kind of new on the agenda, but we know we need it and it will help us. Geothermal, or how to make green cement and all these things. So there's much to do using wood and everything. And whenever I talk to these startups here, I find new ideas, and I really hope we find investors to scale them up.
Well, that's right. We're kind of get to the point we need
Yes.
Great ideas, but we need to be able to implement those ideas. I mean, obviously, Germany is seen as a kind of world leader in terms of a kind of startup landscape for energy tech, climate tech. It was obviously a very important recent development was the announcement by the government on their kind of startup strategy, looking to unlock 30 billion euros from now up to 2030. In your opinion, how important is that strategy in terms of getting that necessary investment? And do you think it will deliver what it promises?
Well, actually, I think indeed Germany is a wonderful energy transition lab. So because you have so many opportunities to do something. And we have good research, we have smart ideas and good startups. But we do not have enough money so far, not enough investments. So that's why it is important that the government shows strong support with money in order to scale them up. And also to find other partners. Huh? So if we have an anchor investment of the government, it's easier to find other partners, as you know. But there's lots to do, not only in Germany, but also in Europe. If you compare with other regions, well, we're still not doing very good.
You established the startup energy transition. So those that are not familiar with that initiative, could you just sort of briefly introduce it and explain why you launched it and why you're clearly so passionate about it?
I thought that there is so much innovation around which too many people do not see. That was kind of the initiator for me. And then we started in Berlin and bringing them all together and talking about those solutions. And then we thought, oh, we need to make like a connection on a global level, and everybody was saying, oh, you're crazy, that won't work and everything. But then we just started actually, and it's connecting minds for a greater good. That is like the vision we have. And maybe the special thing about this SET award and everything is, it's not a glamour event. We don't need Prince Tralala telling us how to save the world or something like this. This is just about coming together, exchanging ideas, making good plans, good connections with VC partners, established companies, and so on. And I'm really proud of my team, actually, because they really take care of every individual startup which is joining this SET family.
And I suppose that kind of goes into the sort of growing calls for we need to have a much more integrated approach to energy transition. So platforms like the SET Tech Festival, you know, has an important role to play there in connecting people, connecting the right people to then be able to take things forward.
And we're also trying to connect with other festivals and so on, because it's good that we all know of each other. There's no competition in that. It's just about cooperation.
Absolutely. And as you say, it's like that then brings other areas in the world that, you know, have challenges. They can jointly support each other.
We have people from Nigeria here, from Zimbabwe, and even other countries.
We saw that, which is wonderful.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely wonderful. Kind of final question here. You know, obviously we've got the SET Tech Festival in Berlin, and there's a good reason for that, as you've explained. In your opinion, what can other cities learn from Berlin's approach to the energy transition?
Oh, that's a difficult question, because, you know, what is Berlin? It's the capital of Germany, but it's not Germany. It's just one city at the end. I think there are many startups in Berlin because it's kind of cool to be in Berlin. Rents were cheap in the past and not anymore, unfortunately. So then suddenly you have an ecosystem and you have an ecosystem-friendly policy and so on. But there are other cities as well. What I would be happy if, like, the C40, for example, the big cities, would just meet to talk about, okay, what did we do in order to create a startup-friendly ecosystem, and what can we learn from each other? And I think it's all about learning from each other.
Andreas, thank you very much for speaking with us today.
Enjoy the festival.
We certainly will.